It's a hockey stream on part 2 of episode 434 of the VIG Lounge. And we have truly gone global. This time it is game 1 of the Global Series between the Pittsburgh Penguins and Nashville Predators. This time the Preds will have home ice. Of course, this is going to be at Bridgestone Arena because they don't update it like that, but let's just play pretend because this is a home and home, but in Sweden. So, who will rise up? Will it be a player like Rickard Rakell, Erik Karlsson for the Penguins, or Filip Forsberg for the Preds? We will have to wait and see. But before we find out, please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Now let's go global here on NHL 26. Game 1 of the Global Series. Game 18 already for the Penguins this year. Penguins at the Predators. VIG Lounge, NHL 26. Let's get after it. Crosby and Stamkos to meet at center. Stammer wins the draw. Still weird to see him in any other jersey other than for the Lightning. Puck rolls in on Shilov's. Great save to start. Puck gets dumped in, and that's probably... No, it's not going to be icing. Collected by Evangelista. And Wotherspoon brings it back into his own zone, looking to regroup. Looks like he's got a lane up the left wing side in Crosby and gets it there. Crosby trying to slice through defenders like a hot knife through butter! And Saros with a great save. And we're now going to be focusing on UC Saros. Great save to get himself into the game. Shilov's with his first save as well. Roman Josi. And he tried to carry it in, and then the puck was given away. Carried back up the ice by Crosby on the right side. Being hounded by Stamkos. Crosby! Let's it go! Rebound for Rakell, denied! And I've talked about him in the open. Because with this being in Sweden, you want to see the Swedish players shine, of course. And for the Penguins, none better than Rickard Rakell. Of course, he won't be in the game IRL as he's dealing with a hand injury that required surgery. And Roman Josi won't be there for the Preds, but we still have Karlsson and Forsberg. And this is the nice part about a regular season playthrough. You don't have to deal with IRL injuries. But it also works both ways. Whereas if your player gets injured in the season, you're out for however long that player's out for. Just see my Golden Knights game as the latest example. Shot by Brazeau denied. And actually Brazeau ties into that point too. As the big line looks to go to work. And there's a hit by Brazeau. .14:05 remaining. Puck given away to Brazeau. Now up the right side to Malkin. Malkin fires off the pad of Saros. Out to the blue line now to Shea. Now to Letang. Letang lets a shot go through traffic. Deflected to the corner off of Saros. Penguins really trying to keep this puck alive, and they will. Letang skates to the right side. Shot, puck's in the air. And it's collected behind the net by Malkin. Shoots! Out now to the blue line again. Brazeau covering at the point. Malkin has it. Couldn't get the shot away. Mantha does it, he scores! Oh, Anthony Mantha! Oh, Anthony Mantha! And the Penguins have a 1-0 lead, courtesy of the mutant line. Malkin to Mantha to the back of the net. And look, this all started with Mantha. Look at this. Bang! Big hit. And then he gets to the front of the net. No chance for Saros. And he puts it home. Off of a bit of a wild scramble in front of Saros. He had no chance there. And Anthony Mantha now up to 22 points on the year. 11:17 to go in the first. Penguins lead it 1-0. Mantha's been red hot for the Penguins in this playthrough. Fantastic signing in the offseason. And a pretty damn good one, actually, IRL for Pittsburgh, too. Trying to get the pass through. Roman Josi knocked off the puck. Cross to McGroarty. Up the right wing side to Novak as this third line looks to go to work. Of course, Tommy Novak traded from Nashville, as was Phil Tomasino. I do miss Michael Bunting on the power play for the Penguins, but be that as it may. 8:48 to go. Roman Josi. Oh, nice hip check by Wotherspoon. Got all the way across and up. Here comes Karlsson. Got a shot. It's sticked aside by Saros. Raquel with a bump. Now Wotherspoon. Around the net to the boards for Rust. Nick Hague, former Golden Knights defenseman. Knocked it off now, Karlsson. Nice feed. How sweet it is. One Swede to another. Raquel trying to get a shot off, but it got blocked. Penguins keep it in until they don't. Now Brady Shea. Blake Lizotte with a drive to the net, and he just couldn't find it. Maybe got in a little too tight. 3:50 to go here in the opening period. Pittsburgh that close. They're going up by 2. Blake Lizotte off the boards. Nice feed. That puck deflects. Carried right back in now by Marchessault. And we hear a "Let's Go Pens" chant. Mantha, goal scorer. Looking for a second, and he got it! Feeling fine with number 39, and the Penguins lead it 2-0. .144 to go, and both goals off the stick of Anthony Mantha. Pittsburgh jumps out to a 2-0 lead here in the Global Series. Malkin drifting, lost the puck. Smith to Hala. Now Shea with a hit. Frees it up. He will gain the red line and send it around. Deflected along the wall by Malkin. Oh, man, what a shot. Malkin pops out in front. Denied. Right at the buzzer. On a wraparound hit by number 71. Pittsburgh up 2-0 after 20 minutes. And I've got to fix my camera. Trying to think. Oh, I guess Shea Weber maybe as a childhood hero for Nashville. Trying to think. David Lagwan maybe if we do a bit of a stretch. I would say Patrick Thornquist, but I view him more as a Penguin, obviously. And we will check the stats in a moment. stats, shots on goal, 15-2 in favor of the Penguins. Hits 10-5, and face-offs absolutely dominated by the Preds, but that's about the only category aside from, well, that's the only category they're dominating, so technically that is accurate. And the Penguins are dominating where it counts, 2-0 on the scoreboard. Looking for more in the second. Let's see if they find it. 20 minutes down, 40 minutes to go. Let's see what this second period has to offer, shall we? Crosby wins the opening draw of the second, and we're underway. And a shot by Rust topped off the pad of Saros. Josi defers to Forsberg. Forsberg knocked off the puck. Wotherspoon up the left side to Raquel. Ricard Raquel. Oh my! The quick release, but the pad was just a bit quicker for Saros, and this would have taken the roof off this building, as a Swede would have found the back of the net. Not on that exchange. Saved by Shilovs. As the Predators looking to have a better performance in terms of shots than they did in the first, as they only had a grand total of 2. Sidney Crosby, he scores! The Wizard of Cross waves that magic wand, and the Penguins jump out to a 3-0 lead. And there's Raquel providing a bit of an option if that Crosby shot doesn't get through, but it just beats Saros clean. And he's got himself 14 goals on the year, as that one squeaks through Saros. Malkin won that draw. It's dumped in after Letang got it, but not far enough for icing. And Erik Karlsson's got a point. He assisted on the Crosby goal. Penguins looking to get it out, and they will. Here comes Brazeau with a shot. Saros with a save, and he will hang on. 14:42 to go here in the second. Not sure what they're showing there exactly. Looks like Letang jumped out to get out of a hit. I don't know if maybe he's dealing with an injury or what. Hopefully not. 14:42 to go here in the second, as the Penguins look to add more, and they nearly did, but Josi with a great defensive stick. Marchessault got absolutely leveled by Ryan Shea. Puck bounces off the wall, collected by Mantha. Nice feed up to Malkin. Oh, he just ran out of room. Now O'Reilly. Devontae back to O'Reilly to the back of the net. And the Predators are on the board. I will not deny that was a pretty nice pass. And O'Reilly finished it off in front. Carried in now by Ben Kindle. Kindle with a shot. The rebound is in the air. Penguins almost had it. Now it's Michael McCarron carrying in for Nashville. Shot deflects out of the zone, collected by Nick Hague. Holla. Jones comes across to deliver a hit. And Novak got bumped off the puck, then got the puck back. Novak stops up, fires, rebound, denied. Now to the blue line to Wotherspoon. Now to Karlsson, lets it go. It gets into traffic, blocked by big Nick Hague. Penguins get it again, and that shot goes wide. Fourth line out there now for Pittsburgh. EK65 dancing a little bit with the puck. Dances up in the corner. He scores! EK65 has the home crowd on its feet, but has the Predators feeling blue with that one. And the Predators win that draw. Evangelista tried to get a shot away, and the Penguins had other ideas. Here comes Connor Dewar. Pad save Saros. Now out to the blue line. Cross to EK, looking for more. Nice keep in there by Connor Dewar on the intercepted pass. Lost it. Finds the stick of Karlsson yet again. Karlsson looking like a rover out there. And Saros had to get across to prevent what looked like a sure goal. But not to be. Crosby won it to Letang. Letang with a shot off the pad of Saros to the corner. Picked up by Evangelista. Shea looking to step up. Did not work out on that exchange. Shot wide. So that shot didn't really work out for the Preds either. Saved by Shelovs. And puck's carried in by Brian Rust. Rust stops up, finds a lane, and that shot didn't go. Erik Karlsson. Now Anthony Mantha gains the red line and sends it in. And that'll do it for two. Penguins with a 3-1 lead. Or excuse me, a 4-1 lead going into the third. Shots 24-11. And the hits are 22-10, favoring the Penguins. And face-offs 12-4. In favor of the Predators, but the Penguins are the ones that have the lead in the most important category, goals. Shots coming in at a not too far off second, a little more than double what the Preds have put up so far. But Pittsburgh with a 3-goal lead going into the third. Can they maintain it? Let's find out. 40 minutes down, 20 minutes up. Let's close this one out, as only this version of the Penguins can. And by that I mean regular season playthrough, not the Penguins in real life. We're going on a bit of a losing skid. So I'm hoping that changes. Forsberg. Had it for the Predators. Now the Penguins get it back. That puck rolls in on Shelovs. I think that may count as a shot on goal. Rust Trying to crisscross with Crosby, gets knocked off the puck. How's that for an alliteration? Crisscross, Crosby. Not bad. And a nice save by Shelovs on the passing play in front. Off a Penguin stick. Predators get it back. Off another Penguin stick. Beautiful play by Wotherspoon. Now it's up to Crosby, who has one. Looking for another. Will not happen there. Crosby's got it back. That pass didn't work out. Forsberg is away. And then he hits the ice. There you go, Brady Shea with a nice play. And the Predators have two. Draw one by O'Reilly. Big hit by Letang. Cross to Shea. Up the left wing side to Mantha, excuse me. Anthony Mantha. Backhand! Oh, what a glove stop by Saros. Windmilled it. But his team is still down by 2, so I don't know if you want to be making fancy saves like that. Especially if you're needing some offense. Backhand to the net, it trickles in! Mantha got his hat trick anyway! He was denied with a beautiful windmill save, and then was able to get his third goal after all, as Saros just fumbled it. All started with his backhand shot by Brazeau, and Mantha just tapped it in for his third. Oh my goodness. See? That's why you don't hot dog. Right there. Any kids that watch this, if you're a goalie, do not hot dog like that. Because he did a windmill, and then on the very next shot, gave up a goal to the guy that he windmilled. My word. You cannot script this. Nice feed. Kindle to Novak. Novak already scores! What a beauty! How about a little injection of Novocaine as the Penguins are running away with this one? Oh my goodness, what a goal by Novak. Look at this. How you do? See you later. Whoop. And it's 6-2 Penguins. Carried in now by Rutger McGroarty. McGroarty shoots off the pad of Saros. Shot deflects wide. Novak sends it all the way around. And save made by Connor Dewar. There's the Penguins' upcoming schedule. Of course, next up, part 2 of this Global Series is the Penguins will have home ice advantage. Then traveling home to take on the Minnesota Wild. Evangelista. Nice chance in front, blocked off by Brunick. Puck carried in now by Connor Dewar. Dewar Shoots, the rebound pops up in the air, but the Preds got to it first. Here's Brazeau. Lost it. Forsberg. Long drive. Denied and carried in now by Blake Lizotte. Lizotte will dump it in. Collected by Mantha, who's already got 3 goals on the night. Collected now by Blake Lizotte. Lizotte gets driven into the wall. And it looks like the Preds were a little too aggressive. Steven Stamkos should be scoring goals, but he's taking penalties. Look at it, he shoved him into his own player. What the hell was he thinking? That was the most ridiculous cross-check I think I've ever seen. Pittsburgh now with a large lead and an opportunity to make it even larger here on the man advantage. Rust covering at the point, shot by Crosby. Scramble for it. The Predators are able to get it away as Saros did his part. At least I believe it's still Saros in net. Now the Preds have it. Michael Bunting out shorthanded. He's more of a power play merchant. And here comes Mantha. Wouldn't it be incredible to get 4 goals? Oh, he nearly did. Oh, my word. What a chance that was. Now Raquel to Rust. Off the pad. Crosby settles it down. Crosby to the backhand. He just ran out of room. And offside. 1:06 to go on the man advantage. Pittsburgh's had some looks, but they just haven't scored. Here's Anthony Mantha as we highlight his hat trick and a hit. Oh no, just his hits. Look at that. 3 goals, 3 hits. Versatile big man. Kaboom! Malkin turning, shooting, that shot got blocked. Letang with a shot off the pad of Saros. As this power play still happening, Novak pops out in front. Denied. Penguins have definitely had their chances on this man advantage. They just haven't found the back of the net. I guess they only do that at even strength. Here comes Malkin. Malkin. Drifting, shooting, he scores! Gino Machino cashes in on the Powerball! And just like that, the Penguins do have a power play goal. It's 7-2. That's why I like putting Malkin on the second unit. It's nothing against him. I just like to spread the wealth, baby. And it paid off. 2:55 to go here in the third. And Pittsburgh has put this game beyond doubt. Here's Malkin with a regular strength opportunity. Or an even strength opportunity, I should say. Now Letang lets it go. Oh, man, what a rebound to the corner. Collected by Shea. Behind the Preds net to Marchessault. Marchessault will carry out, then defer. And O'Reilly, one of the 2 Preds players who found the back of the net. Shea being the other one. Now Letang. Thought he was going to go for a bomb. He did a bit of a half slapper. And Saros will hold on to that. Or whoever the backup is for Nashville, I'm honestly not sure. Oh, Rust in front, denied. Shot, rebound, and it is Saros still in net. Oh boy, no mercy pulling tonight. Let the guy sit in there for 7 goals, who cares? Oh my word. Shot by Malkin, that one was saved off the shoulder. Here's Malkin popping out on the delayed wraparound. And here is Malkin's goal. Turning shot and got a little bit of the post and was able to finish it off. Malkin with 9 goals on the year. Crosby wins it back to Karlsson. Karlsson got a shot. Herbix, who probably wishes he was in Tampa Bay. As the fans who are liking Nashville are booing them on this performance. Here comes Raquel, lost it. Crosby in the back door and could not get it to go. But it does not matter. The Pittsburgh Penguins take Game 1 of the Global Series 7-2, with Anthony Mantha providing nearly half the goals with his hat-trick performance tonight. Speaking of which, there is Anthony Mantha at the side of the net. Let's take one last look at the stats before we wrap things up on this doubleheader. Shots on goal 43-21 in favor of the Penguins. Hits 35-16 in favor of the Penguins as well. Faceoffs dominated by Nashville, but what else is new? Pittsburgh 1-for-1 on the man advantage, courtesy of the late power play goal from Evgeny Malkin. As you can see, 2 seconds left, and Malkin put one in, along with 6 goals from the Penguins at even strength, 3 off the stick for number 39. What a game. Can't wait for Game 2. Thank you all for tuning in to this episode of the VIG Lounge. Once again, I've been the Visually Impaired Gamer 1987. Until next time, I bid you adieu. Have yourselves a terrific Thursday, everybody.